All right, everyone, I am at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and it is a hot summer day here in what I think, at least, is the hottest park. So I think the first thing we're gonna try to do is see if we can get a seat at the bar at Nomad Lounge and get something to drink to cool down a little bit. It's a toasty one. Well, I was certainly lucky enough to be seated right away at Nomad Lounge, my favorite lounge in all of Walt Disney World. I'm actually sitting in the outside section right on the water, so even though it's a hot day, they have the fans work and the air conditioning is coming from inside the lounge, so it's a nice cool spot, a nice relaxing spot. And I'm gonna get the Impossible Burger sliders and just relax for a little bit, and then I'll have about an hour before the park closes and we'll rush around and do some rides. I relaxed so much at Nomad Lounge that I only have like 40 minutes left in the park today. So Animal Kingdom always closes so early, which is a negative, but also a little bit of a positive because really nobody park hops here. So most of the waits are pretty low. I'm gonna try to hop on Dinosaur, maybe do Triceratops spin, and then see if I can quickly rush on to It's Tough to Be a Bug. I haven't done that in forever, so we'll see what we can do here in 40 minutes.
Director of the Dino Institute, and I hope you enjoyed those quaint exhibits in the old wing. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeger, your friendly controller and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself.
T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeger. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll! tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino. Identify!
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Slow and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Carnotaurus.
That's it! Abort mission! Abort! Abort!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would.
For some reason, Dinosaur was kind of slow loading and slow getting off of it today. So the people who were in the same car as me are now sprinting to try to get on Expedition Everest before the park closes. I think what I'm going to do here is I came up with a little plan. I'm gonna see if I can do Triceratops spin here, since it's right here and it's a goofy little ride that usually doesn't have a wait. And then I might head over to Epcot and just like run on Spaceship Earth or something. Just have a little bit of fun here. So I'm going to hop on Triceratops spin and then try to head over to Epcot. So now they're doing the last ride of the night, so they told me that I could stay on it again, and since I couldn't hop on anything else, I may as well just do Triceratops spin a second time. It was fun to goof around and do Triceratops spin 2 times before leaving Animal Kingdom, but I do think I'm gonna quickly run over to Epcot and do Spaceship Earth before heading back home. I do want to say that this is still June. It is, I believe, I hope I'm putting this up here, still in June. So it is Pride Month, and I'm going to continue to promote Alicia Stella's fundraiser for the Trevor Project. So go to orlandoparkstop.com/charity before my birthday, June 30th, and make a donation. And if you want to throw in the comments that you're doing it because she was a guest on Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Dougherty, put that in the comments, and it would be a nice little birthday present for me. I want Alicia to know it was worth her time to do our podcast and promote the fundraiser. So right now I'm about to hop in my car, head over to Epcot, and we're gonna run Spaceship Earth before I finally head home for the night. Ready to ride our grand and miraculous Spaceship Earth.
It takes 15,000 years to come up with the next bright idea, recording our knowledge on cave walls. There's only one small problem. When we move, the recorded knowledge stays behind. This unknown Egyptian pounding reeds flat is inventing papyrus. Papyrus in turn creates better record keeping, plans, designs, and unfortunately taxes. At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them.
About to start pouring here, and I probably should be running to the car, but for some reason I think I might sit here and watch it rain for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure how fast I think this one's gonna move through. If I think it's gonna be quick, I might watch it, but I should probably try to run another car. I don't know. They just really lit up Spaceship Earth for the night, and I'm just kind of sitting here enjoying the view, but it's looking pretty bad. So I'll make a decision in the next 2 minutes here.
Everybody together? We've got everybody. Where's Christine?
So I'm kind of fascinated with the lightning that is still happening off in the distance because it just looks really cool. But that is gonna wrap it up for Epcot. I was planning on spending most of the day at Animal Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom closes so early right now that I decided to run over to Epcot, ride Spaceship Earth, and then I just got to check out the views. So that was pretty cool. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.